Hi, and welcome to the Decemeber MyPath MiniCast. I am one of your hosts, John Soderberg. I am the Business Development Director here at MyPath, along with
Tanisha Waddell-Pyle. I am the Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
And these are your monthly awareness highlights.
All right. So speaking of kind of piggybacking on one of those about, Universal Human Rights Month, let's kind of dive into that a little bit, an aspect of that. Something that has been amplified this year is recognizing the harm and trauma that marginalized staff has been experiencing at work. So back in the springtime, we had a DSP attend one of our race and ethnicity meetings and was pretty much brought something to our attention. Well, I shouldn't say brought something to our attention. It's something that we've known about that has happened, but pleaded for support and repeatedly being called racial slurs at work by clients or by students. So the DSP shared that the lack of recourse and process to redirect this behavior has been exhausting and traumatizing. So more will come out of this as far as information to learn more about this initiative. But MyPath owners, from our race and ethnicity pathfinders to our behavior interventionists and more owners, have been really working hard to develop a discriminatory behavior process to provide support to staff and a plan of action for any client or student that presents any discriminatory behavior. So again, be on the lookout next year for this process to come to fruition, but we recognize that this is an issue and that we really want to make sure that we address this. So we do have our MyPath owners really working hard to be able to create a process to help provide support and recourse. Mm-hmm. And the next thing that I want to talk about, something that we're doing. So we've had a lot of owners show a lot of interest in leading things from our Pathfinder groups to attending Pathfinder meetings to engaging in our Pathfinder communities, or just wanted to get more involved or to contribute into MyPath in a meaningful way. So in an effort, this is positive, in an effort to empower the voices and ideals of MyPath owners that are interested in improving MyPath, we have launched Pebble projects. So Pebble projects is something that you can do if you want to get involved. So if you have an ideal or something that you feel that will enhance the way that owners experience MyPath, you can go to the Ready app. I won't spill all the beans in this MiniCast, but if you go to the Ready app, you can go in there and look at the form and it explains everything about how you can help contribute to MyPath in a meaningful way through these Pebble projects. And like I said, a lot of times people have different ideals or different initiatives that they're like, man, I really have this thought on the ways that we can improve the way, again, owners experience MyPath, or different processes or different trainings. We have a lot of passionate people in this organization that really do care about our fellow owners and the people that we serve and the communities that we touch. So again, Pebble projects, really a way that you can kind of get your ideals put in front of people. And again, go to the Ready app, fill out the form, learn more about it, and we'll see if yours can come to fruition.
That's great. Now, why Pebble?
So Pebble projects, that is the reason why I picked that, is because when you think about when you throw a pebble into the water, it creates a ripple effect. And we know that ripple effects can really have a big change in any situation just by dropping that one pebble in. So nice. Pebble projects is kind of like those little ways that you can contribute to the organization to make waves to do something great.
Awesome. That's really good.
Yeah.
And speaking of ideas that have come out of our owners and the Pathfinder groups and work, December will also mark when we formally begin the process of working on the All Children, All Families certification through the Human Rights Campaign. So aligning with our commitment to create that inclusive environment and a very well-noted desire out of our owners to expand our work to make sure it's impacting the lives of the people we care for, we're seeking to get this certification. What this does is it is really championing inclusivity and affirming services and practices for originally and predominantly children and foster families and families that are in care and members of the LGBTQ plus community. So you may pause and ask yourself, well, what would that have to do with MyPath? Globally, we have children's operations, but we also serve adults. Well, the Human Rights Campaign would also like to see this process expanded outside of child welfare. So they're very excited to partner with us and MyPath to do this first year, which is a pilot process of us going through this process with them along with some other agencies, and then giving them feedback on what we would change, how would we expand it, so that we can start doing this and they can start rolling this out to impact the lives of more people of all age ranges. So it's really cool for us to be at that foundational level with them working on this process. And it's really cool that our owners have such a desire and expressed interest to make sure that the care and services that are provided are meeting the needs of the LGBTQ plus community. So to that note, there's ways to get involved. Each operating company and MSS will have a member that is on the implementation team, but we'll also have it as a standing part of our LGBTQ plus Pathfinder agenda. So big announcement there. We, in the month of December and going forward, have changed the time of our meeting. Our meeting was originally a little earlier in the day, but we're moving it to 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll have the first 15 minutes as our normal sort of networking get to know you time. So if you can't be there right at 3, that's fine. You're welcome to come in and join at any time. But we hope that will help people be able to join our meeting and attend and be part of the process. And we'll be talking about all children, all family in that meeting going forward. Another way to always be active in any community, but also in this one, is through our communities. Each Pathfinder group has a community. You can sign up via the Ready app. I know we say it in every podcast, but we'll say it again. You can sign up for those, and those communities have been fairly active. Different groups are posting different things that are happening in the world, things that we've been experiencing, things that we want to share, articles, news stories, even sometimes our opinion on things that have happened in the world, and having some conversation and discussion around them. So that's another great way. If you can't attend a meeting, but you want to be active and you want to be talking with the group, then join those communities via the Ready app, and you can make your voice be heard there as well.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And you forgot the best part about the communities. They have fun in there too.
They do have fun.
They do have fun. They post different things all the time that creates conversation and laughs and all sorts of things. So you got those serious topics, you got those fun topics, and it's just a great way to kind of build community, raise awareness, help each other succeed. So yeah, make sure you join those Pathfinder communities. They're a really fun space to be in. And so one last thing that we want to talk about is a setting that you can find on Word. So everybody uses Word. We all are using that all the time. Microsoft Word is that Microsoft Word actually has an inclusiveness setting. So this inclusiveness setting, which was discovered by the Stephanie Brown, shared this with us. She was like, oh my gosh, I just learned about this and shared it. So I was like, well, we have to share this with all of MyPath. We have to let everybody know. So just like the spelling and grammar editor in Word, the inclusive editor flags any non-inclusive and potentially offensive phrases in your writing. So just as you sit at your desk, that you can work, that this can happen, when enabled, the inclusive editor not only just highlights, but it also presents alternatives to the text that seems problematic. So it really does, it highlights the information, but it doesn't automatically change it. So you can choose to use it or you can choose not to use it. But what it does is that it at least highlight these words that may not be inclusive. And then it also even lets you know why it might not be inclusive.
Oh, that's nice.
So while you're sitting right at your desk in the privacy of your own office or your own space that you're in, you can kind of get some lessons, so to say, on inclusiveness as you're typing any document that you want to send out or any document that you're creating for distribution. So really is an awesome tool that Microsoft Word has developed to put in on any writing or any document that you're creating. So definitely wanted to share that. If you want to take a look at that, you can also find that in the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion folder on Ready app. I'll have that in there for you guys to look at that and learn how to put that on your computer. But that's a really neat tool. Really thought it was great.
It's really cool. Because I think one of the realities, Tanisha and I will talk a lot about, we do believe people always have noble intent, but even so, people can unintentionally make a mistake. So I think it's good to just be able to catch it before it happens. I make them.
We all
sure
make
Tanisha
them.
makes them, right? So it's just another way to help yourself if you find yourself in those scenarios, right? Just wanting to know or not having the info. I like that it actually gives you some insight as to why it would be considered not inclusive. That's really cool.
I think that's really neat. And like I said, it's just kind kind of in your own little space. You don't have to be embarrassed or be like, oh my gosh, did somebody see this? Just right as you're sitting at your own computer, typing your own words in a very autonomous way, you can have some lessons or inclusiveness if you need to. So yeah.
Yeah, I've never sent anything where I immediately wasn't like, oh crap, I shouldn't have
I
put
know, right?
That's
like,
never
God,
happened.
what did I say? So,
And I don't know about y'all, but that, especially on those emails, I don't think that recall thing really works
I
that well.
know. It was like, it's already been put out into the universe. How you going to reel that back in?
So that's awesome.
Yes. So that is it. This is the last MiniCast of the year.
Last one of the year. So I hope everybody has great and happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate is fine.
Yep.
We look forward to seeing everybody in the coming year.
Yeah, 2023 is on deck. So we will see you next year.
See you then.